Hello friends, my name is Arun Kishore Voleti and welcome to my channel Learn Deep. We are in Python playlist. As many of my viewers requested me to do videos on patterns, I henceforth decided to break my flow of teaching and I want to start patterns right here. So I have analyzed many people's response and based on that I have divided patterns into two categories. So this is not a standardized category. I have just made this category in order to make everyone understand how easy solving patterns is. So my categories are basic and standard. So I am going to make separate videos for basic as well as standard patterns, in which I am going to take examples and I am going to explain logic behind how the pattern is formed, and I am going to write or develop a code in Python language to solve the pattern. So without wasting any time, let's understand how patterns will be given. So first of all, what is a pattern? A pattern is nothing but a design which follows certain rules. Generally we hear the word pattern, right? So what is the exam patterns means? What is the flow they will follow each and every year? Like some may say exam pattern is 5 questions per section and there will be 3 sections. So this will be continued every year. So if something is repeating in a logical manner, then we can call it as patterns. And any pattern can be solved easily using for loops. I repeat, these videos are only to create a basic understanding for beginners. And if you are a good programmer of intermediate or higher level, then this video doesn't suit for you. You jump into the next videos in which I am explaining standard patterns. But then basic patterns are just to create ideas for beginners of how to solve patterns. So in these basic patterns, what I have done is I have divided these basic patterns into 5 different categories, for which I am going to make an individual video. Like for first category I am going to make one video, and second category I am going to make another video. Similarly for all 5 types. But there in this video what I am going to discuss is how to solve a pattern. So let me take an example pattern. So let me assume this as my pattern. So here n is equal to 5. I have a 5 by 5 pattern. Now what would be our idea? When you see a pattern, you need to remember 3 things. So we need to remember 3 things, or we can consider them as 3 steps. We need to follow these 3 steps particularly to solve any kind of pattern. The first one is identify number of rows in a pattern. So as here n is equal to 5, we have 5 rows here. So rows is equal to 5. Now second step. In this second step, we need to identify how many columns are there per row. I repeat, we need to identify how many columns are there per row. Per row in the sense, here we have a box type of pattern. That means for each and every row we have same number of columns. But when we see real life programs, we may not find these set of patterns. We may have varied column number based on rows. So we need to identify which row has how many columns. So that is our second step. Identify columns. So what is our first step? Count number of rows. So this is our first step. And step 2 is identifying number of columns per row. Identify columns per row. So this is our second step. As we can see, columns is equal to row number. Like we have 5 rows here, so the number of columns are also 5 per row. Now step 3. Step 3 is very easy. Find what to print and how to print. So this is very easy. We need to find what to print and how to print. So in this program we are supposed to print stars. So what are we supposed to print? We are supposed to print stars. And not every program requires a question called how to print. Some programs may require this sort of questioning, like how to print this pattern. But then this is a basic program which doesn't require how question. We need to find what to print and we have to print star. So these three are our basic steps. So I think you will have a question in your mind. Why to count number of rows? Why to count number of columns in each row? What is the significance of step 1 and step 2? The logic is very simple. You can print this program, like I'll take ideally and I'll show you something. If you write print star tab, of course space star space star space star, and I'll copy this thing for 5 times, Control C followed by Control V. I'm saving this file as introduction to patterns. So if I run this code, what you will get is your required pattern only. Like you will get the same which I have taken here. So, okay, for n is equal to 5, this is sufficient because we need to write 5 times only. But what if n is equal to 100? Or what if n is equal to 1000? And what if n varies dynamically? Here we haven't taken any dynamic values, right? We have taken 5 stars in each print statement and we have write 5 different print statements. But what if the n value will change dynamically? We need to take input at runtime. So can we predict what would be the input? No. So merely writing these print statements will not work. That one point we are very much clear. So what we can do? What we can do is we need to make use of for loops. So we need to make use of for loops. That is what the step 1 and step 2 are for. I'm going to set 2 points which we have to remember till we complete patterns series. The first point is we need to write a loop for the row. First we need to write a for loop for the row. And second, we need to make a nested loop for columns. Right? So there are 2 points we need to keep in our mind. The first point is we need to write a for loop for row. This is our first point. For this purpose only we have found out how many rows are there in our pattern. And the second point is we need to write a nested for loop to print the columns. So that is why we have found how many columns are there per individual row, because every time for loop rotates, the nested for loop will correspond to ith row. So we need to find the number of columns per row. And the third step is we are going to take a print statement inside the second for loop and we are going to print that thing. So this is how patterns will work. There are only 3 basic steps. So don't get confused. This is a just introductory video. From my next video, I am going to make use of all these 3 steps in order to achieve required output. So once again, I am going to repeat these 3 steps and I am going to conclude this video. So the step 1 is we need to find number of rows in our given pattern, and then we need to write a for loop for number of rows. The second step is we need to identify how many columns are there in an individual row. Based on number of columns, we need to take a second for loop and we are going to nest that for loop inside our for loop which we have written for rows. The third step is we need to find how to print and what to print, and based on what we have to print, we need to take a print statement or we need to take a print method and we have to include that print method within the for loop for columns. So this is how we can solve any pattern, and that's all for this video. I'll meet you in my next video.